Hey guys, today I'm going to take you on a customs loot route that I use. It's pretty low risk compared to some of the other areas on the map, but you should end up with about $1 million plus per raid. If this video ends up helping you out today, maybe consider subbing, as I'm a super new channel and anything helps at this point. So thanks for those who already have, and let's jump into it. We'll be starting our journey off at ZB1011 Extract. Hit the building beside it and then go to the Smokestack building. After that, go to the repair shop and then follow the railroad all the way until you get to Warehouse 4. After that, jump over that wall and we'll get to Stronghold, and finally finish out at Crack House. This route can be done in reverse and it's just as effective. Today's video is going to be pretty raw, as I'm going to show the looting process as I go for those new players. That way it gives them a sense of how to deal with loot Tetris and what to replace and when to replace it. Make sure you use the markers in the video if you want to skip ahead. We'll be starting in the industrial building beside ZB1011. We'll be starting on the left hand side of the room at the cage, hit the tech crate, and then beside it can be some barter items. Next, go up the stairs and hit the toolbox. Beside that can usually be some tech items on the ground. After that, go to the office here and hit the toolbox, the 2 computers, the 2 jackets on the wall, and the wooden weapons crate behind you. There also can be some loose loot on the ground, so keep an eye out. As you'll notice, I'm pretty much taking every item I come across. Later in the run, we'll be replacing it with more valuable items. That way, we're always utilizing the space we have on our character. If you get used to doing that, you can maximize your profit each raid. You can check on top of these boxes here, and some of the barrels will spawn loose loot and ammo. I just got unfortunate this run and got barely any loose loot on these first few buildings. Next, we'll be heading over to the Smokestack industrial building. Start by looting the body on the couch and the toolbox beside you. Next, we'll go up the staircase and hit the green box at the top. Go over to the other metal staircase and there's another green box on the second level. I take the scab backpack here because it won't take up any extra room, and I'll get to sell it in the end for an extra 17k to maximize profit. It is going to be kind of annoying to deal with later on, but if you're going for max profit, you got to do stuff like this. Outside that building is a van that has 2 computers in the back of it. Make your way over this mound, and then we're going to hit the repair shop. Once inside, we're going to hit both upper floors and then this lounge area beside the truck. There can be ammo inside this locker, and then there's a bunch of weapon parts on the shelves behind you. First room we're going to hit is the green screen room. Start by looting the computer desk. Underneath it can be GPUs and Tetrises, and then you can hit the 2 computers as well. As you'll notice, I'm already having a little trouble dealing with loot, so you'll see me organize it here. And beside you is a green screen that apparently spawns flash drives. I've never seen one, but it can be there. Go into this back room where there's going to be a couple toolboxes and a medical bag. Loot this jacket in the bathroom. In this room we have a duffel bag, a jacket, and some loose weapon parts on top of this workbench. and then this duffel bag right before you step out. We're going to cross over to the other side and go to the other upper level. Hit this little break room on your left hand side. On the couch can be some luxury items. You got some food items on this bench back here, and then these 2 jackets. This workshop has a lot of loose items like weapon parts and barter items, so make sure you check the shelves and all the different tabletops. Check this bathroom for some luxury items next to the mannequin on the ground, and then apparently there can be a watch on his wrist. I've never seen it though. This little closet's good for finding some food items. So we're finished with the repair shop, and now we're going to go head over to Warehouse 4. There can be food and medical items on these boxes. In this room, there's a lot of attachments on the ground and on top of the boxes, and there's also a small weapons crate to the left-hand side. Check behind the stairs for some loose ammo on the ground, and then also search the wooden crate. This workbench will have a lot of loose weapon parts that are actually pretty good. And then there's going to be a weapon box over here. In the corner of this building where there's a hole in the wall, there's going to be some loose ammo on the ground and on top of the barrel. This little side room is going to have 1 jacket in it and maybe some loose items on the shelves. Since you're already in Warehouse 4, go ahead and turn on the power for ZB013. That's the extract below Stronghold, and if you have a factory key, you can use that at any time. Next, drop into the sub-level and loot this little living quarters. There could be luxury items where this horse is. You could hit the weapon box, as well as the duffel bag on the left-hand side. Further down, you'll see a body with some loose meds nearby. There could also be loose meds on the chair, and then you can hit the med case as well. Time to leave Warehouse 4, and we're going to go over to the Stronghold. There's a shortcut here where you can phase into the tree and then hop over the wall. Not a lot of people know about it, so I wanted to show you guys. If you're too heavy like I was, you could put your backpack next to this hole in the wall, and then once you get to the other side, you can pull it through. So the Stronghold can get a little dangerous sometimes. Just make sure you check it out beforehand, because you can see right through it, and you'll know if any action is happening. We're going to start with this center room here. There's a lot of high quality loose items like sugar and condensed milk, as well as luxury items and different medical items. Check on this tarp because there's sometimes chains that spawn underneath it, but you can't usually see them. Loot the green weapon box as well as the duffel bag. We're going to go over to these living quarters in the corner of the building. There's a lot of different containers in here, like 2 jackets, a couple weapon boxes, a medical box, and a little medical case. Also, make sure you check on the bunk beds for loose medical items. There can be things like morphines and saluas on them. Check these large shelves for a variety of different barter items. At this point, I was really struggling to optimize what loot I was going to take. I didn't know the prices of certain keys, so what I did, I looked it up on tarkovmarket.com, which gives you the prices if you sell it to vendors or if you sell it to the flea market, so it works either way for finding value. I'll link that in the description below. So we're going to hit a few spots on the second floor, but it is very dangerous up here, so keep that in mind. Start with that tech crate, and then we'll go over this toolbox. Cross the bridge and then check the boxes for different weapon parts as well as loose ammo. There's a med case next to this edge. Cross over to the other side of the building where we're going to find another medical crate and then a bunch of loose ammo next to these machine guns. The last crate we're going to hit in this building is a ration supply crate, which gives you a ton of good food items. At this point, if you're full and you have enough loot that you're happy with, and you have a factory key, you can leave out of ZB013. Since we turned the power on, all you have to do is unlock this gate and walk right through. But if you're a true loot goblin, we still gotta hit Crack House. Once inside, check around the body for loose meds as well as this tray table. Hit the med case, and then there could also be items on the other side of the box. Check this table for loose items as well. After going in this room, hit the duffel bag and the jacket on the wall, and there could also be loose ammo within the locker. Go into this bathroom to hit the jacket, the dead scav on the ground, and the duffel bag next to the bench. Beside the scav, there could also be loose items like ammo and weapon parts. There's a hidden dead scav behind this cabinet. If you aim towards his shoulder, you should be able to loot him, and sometimes there's luxury spawns in front of him. Go to this room to hit the jacket and the duffel bag next to the table. In the cabinet, there can be some luxury items, and then on top of the table, there can be some nice food items. Then head upstairs to the library, which is going to be the main loot you're looking for in this building, intelligent folders. They can spawn on any of the shelves and then on the ground next to the shelves, so make sure to check carefully. Next, we're going to go to the drug lab, where you're going to search all the shelves and all the tables to look for various medical items. We're going to cross the hallway into this storage room, where you're going to find even more medical items. So that's the end of the run. Let's take a look at how much we made just from this one run. Even if you don't have flea and you sell directly to traders, you're going to make over 500k. If you're able to sell to the flea market, you're going to make about 1,000,000 rubles after deducting the fees. That's all I have for you today. I hope this video helped you out, and I'll see you in the next one.